Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, friends. Good news. It's time to dive into that tense, terrifying, yet always terrific world of the Twilight Zone. And today we'll be watching Season 1, Episode 17, The Fever. And friends, I have a fever and the only prescription is more Rod Serling. Friends, before we get started, if you could do me a huge favor and hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel and it allows me to alert you next time it's time for a little Twilight Zone. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. And if you're not a fan of Patreon, consider YouTube memberships. You'll get all of our episodes at least a day early. But my dear friends, all that is then and this is now, and now it's time to once again journey into the Twilight Zone as we watch Season 1, Episode 17, The Fever. Prepare to engage maximum warp reaction. And away we go. Love this show. Can you tell I'm excited?
This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the Twilight Zone.
I think this has something to do with gambling from the tag we had Rod gave us before. Yeah, slot machine, I think. That's what they said.
Well, Mr. and Mrs. Gibbs.
Oh, hello, Mr. Hanson.
Is your room comfortable? Is there anything I can do?
Gibbs.
Well, you make us feel important.
You are important, Mrs. Gibbs. After all, it isn't every day that we entertain celebrated contest winners. I brought along our hotel photographer to take a picture of you and Mr. Gibbs for your hometown paper. Now, if you could just get a little bit closer together there and smile.
Mr. Gibbs looks super happy to be there.
3 days and 2 nights, all expenses paid, at a Las Vegas hotel. Won by virtue of Mrs. Gibbs's knack with a phrase. But unbeknownst to either Mr. or Mrs. Gibbs is the fact that there's a prize in their package neither expected nor bargained for. In just a moment, one of them will succumb to an illness worse than any virus can produce. A most inoperative, deadly, life-shattering affliction known as the fever.
The Fever. I love it. I already love it. It's relatable. The first one that's relatable.
You know perfectly well how I feel about gambling.
Oh, well, this is different, though.
It is neither different nor moral.
Well, I hope Mr. Gibbs gets the fever then, because that would be ironic.
It's a miserable, terrible waste of time. But, of course, it's what you wanted.
Oh, Franklin, try to enjoy it, won't you?
Thanks, Franklin.
I won! I won the jackpot! I won!
So it's going to be Mrs. Gibbs then. Well, they said they have unlimited credit, right? Does that include gambling, or is it just like food and drink? Good shot. Great shot. It's a lot of people to keep in focus. In focus enough. Not everybody was crisp, but that was good.
But now you're spending money. And not even spending it, Flora. You're just throwing it away. Well, this is where I put my foot down.
Franklin, this is the first time you're speaking your mind? I find that hard to believe.
Franklin, the nickel's already in.
Please,
All right.
you do it.
Throw it away.
I want him to have the fever, but it's not. It's going to be Mrs. Gibbs.
Please.
Wait a minute. Hold it. Here. You play it. It's yours. Go ahead, play it.
Now, really, I'm not interested. I'm in a
Oh, you
hurry.
have to do look. It's
Oh, please. Yes, Mr. Gibbs gets the fever. He's going to win right here, 10 grand.
lots of luck, and I'll see you later, huh? Bye now. I'm coming, honey. All right.
It's an interesting affect that guy used for his used on his voice. This is so, I love it. So dramatic. I love it. Floor's like a pusher. That's it. Yes. Yes. He's got the fever.
You are lucky.
It wasn't even my dollar. That man gave it to me. He made me put it in the machine.
He made you pull it.
Now you'll see the difference between a normal, mature, thoughtful man and these wild idiots around here.
I'm going to walk away.
But not the Gibbs. The Gibbs know the value of money. Well, come on, dear. I want to shave before dinner.
He got it all, Franklin. You missed it by one, bud. Literally, day late, dollar short. The fever. I love this.
Did you call my name?
Why, no, dear.
I thought I heard.
Oh, I really like this. Franklin. I have a cat named Franklin, so I'm getting a huge, huge laugh out of this. Oh, Frank, you're going to be back down here. Look at all the extras for this. Mr. Serling, you are employing or employed quite a few people. Tip of the cap to you. I love it. I love it. This guy's got a great face. Well, I'd let it keep whispering my name. Wake up with like $100,000. I guess that was supposed to be, he was seeing it as its potential. It could be much more than just this mere stack of coins.
Franklin, is something the matter?
No.
Just gonna take a walk with this money.
I'm going back in there and feed it back into the machine, Flora, and get rid of it.
Oh, Franklin, do you really think that...
Of course. If there's one thing I know, Flora, it's morality.
Right.
I'm going back in there, and I'm just going to get rid of it.
Right. Oh, we're at the intermission already? Oh my gosh, this one's flying.
Terribly late.
I know it's late, Flora.
Has he gone through the money yet? That's it.
You stay right here, Flora. And don't let anyone else use this machine. I'll be right back.
Do you guys take wedding rings? That's where this is heading. Oh my God, he's writing a check. The problem is, all joking aside, I mean, this is touching on quite a big problem. I've had plenty of buddies that, in one form or another, just can't stop.
Don't you think you ought to stop now?
How can I stop? I've lost a great deal of money. You said it yourself. I've got to win it back.
Oh, boy.
Flora, will you kindly shut your mouth? I hate a shrew, Flora.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
It holds out promises and wheedles you. It sucks you in and then...
This guy's really good. Great shot. It's like a Twilight Zone staple to tilt the camera to keep everybody off kilter. Oh, Flora, go back up to the room.
5 hours. That's how long he's been there.
Boy, when they get hooked, they really get hooked, don't they?
Yeah.
He's going to end up spending like all of his money. Something's going to happen. He's going to walk away. The next person's going to win the 10K. We know that. Dear God, dude. Oh my God. Dear God, I wonder how much money he spent.
11 on 5.
And he hasn't won it all. I wonder, is that like what we're supposed to take away from this?
You see, special jackpot, $10,000. You see, $10,000.
Yep. Oh, Franklin, I wanted you to get the fever. Now I don't want you to have the fever.
It's got to pay off. Sooner or later, it's just got to, I tell you.
And they lost a little film. They're losing like film quality on a couple of these side shots. Now we're back. Nope, we still have it. He's going to fall over dead. Last one.
That's my last dollar. You miserable, dirty... Give me back my dollar!
Well, you have some?
Give me back my dollar!
Oh my God.
That monster! He owes me $1! I want my dollar!
Wow, great acting. Oh my God, please don't. They're gonna check and see if it works, and then it's gonna go off. Please don't do it.
It was ready to pay off. And it deliberately broke down so it wouldn't have to. It's not even a machine, Flora. It's an entity. It's a thing with a mind and a will of its own.
Great shot.
That thing, that monster, that thief.
Look, his eyes are remaining on a constant focus.
It stole my last silver dollar and broke down.
Franklin. Come back to bed, Franklin.
Oh God, no.
Franklin, what is the matter? Franklin.
Great shot.
It's trying to get me, Flora.
What is? What?
Why did we come to Vegas? My God, great. He's going out the window.
Franklin.
Really imaginative shots in this one.
Franklin.
He's going out that window. Why did we come to Vegas?
All right, everybody, let's get back to bed. Show's over. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
We'll just let Franklin lie here in the street. There's your dollar back, dude. Wow. Wow.
A one-armed bandit, a slot machine, or in Mr. Franklin Gibbs's words, a monster with a will all its own. For our purposes, we'll stick with the latter definition because we're in the Twilight Zone.
Oh my God. I feel like I should applaud. I'm going to. I'm applauding. These are so effing good. Holy shit, is this good. All right, everybody, we just finished watching The Twilight Zone Season 1, Episode 17, The Fever. And the only thing left to do is talk about it. All right, everybody, we just watched The Fever, the 17th episode of the first season of The Twilight Zone. Do I feel bad that I was hoping that he would get the fever? No, because I knew that I knew that this was going to be, The Twilight Zone seldom. We have had happy endings. I always think of One for the Angels. I thought that was a happy ending. But, with this one, there's always going to be some type of twist. It's usually going to be nefarious. It's going to be spooky or downright terrifying. And, this one, I think the thing that I took away from this one more than anything else, because the story was a bit predictable the story was fantastic, but it was very linear. We knew it was going to happen. As soon as he caught the fever, he was hearing these voices, It was more in, even though you know where you're going, the beauty of this episode was them showing us how they got there. And they showed us how they got there with the performance of Franklin. Flora did a great job too. They both were really, really good. This was much like some of our many other Twilight Zones. It's very small cast in that we have a lot of extras that we noted. But as far as the intrigue, the action, the actual narration, or the continuation and advancement of the story, it's usually one or two people. Usually, that's the way it works out. And in this case, Flora and Franklin were our drivers. And in so doing, their acting carried the way for us. But so also, not only their vocalization and their verbal acting, it was a lot of nonverbal acting as well. And I think that we saw really great examples of that being complemented by the camera work. The direction in this episode was standout for me. I think that they took, again, number one, you have a lot, especially with the casino floor, A lot of moving parts, a lot of people in the fore and background, a lot of people crossing in between the principals and the camera. You know, I had a bunch of friends who used to work. One of my good buddies out in LA worked on the show Enterprise with, Jonathan Archer and Scott Bakula as Jonathan Archer and all that good stuff. And his job was basically he worked with like the focal lengths and things like that to make sure that crosses and things like that remained in focus. You know, whatever the shot was focusing on was the one that was the crispest. You know what I mean? And especially when they had tracking shots and things like that. I mean, I am explaining it very poorly because I don't have any type of knowledge base in that, but my buddy explained it to me as best he could. And I've always been very fascinated after that kind of, being around him enough where he would start noting, oh boy, what a great shot because this is in focus and that's in focus. I started to learn to look for those things myself. And so, in looking at this one, especially with much older camera work, or older cameras and tech, as far as the hardware goes back in the day, when you have this big, huge kind of backdrop and set, anytime you add somebody else in, exponentially increases the need for a screw up, a reset where you've got to set everything back up, for continuity's sake, make sure everybody's in their places and their marks and all that great stuff. But this was, it was a very ambitious undertaking, I thought. I think they could have easily done it in a smaller setting or like a slice of the casino, not necessarily the casino floor, which is what they were trying to represent here. And I think they did it to great effect. I'm thinking of like the shots that we had that were in a line where at first, Flora was at the end of that line and we kept focus on all the people that were playing the slot machines. Really, really good. And then we had like the split shots with Franklin and Flora kind of over his shoulder, or we had some member of the casino, like in the black, the black suits kind of watching Franklin from a different, perspective. All of that focus remained crisp, and I thought that was so interestingly done. But that wasn't even the greatest part of the direction. I think that they allowed the actors and everything to really experiment and play with certain things. And the scene that really hit me was when he was losing it. It was at the very end of Franklin's kind of run. And he was in the hotel room, and he was in perfect profile. In fact, they even darkened out behind him in a couple of these shots to really make him pop, especially in this black and white. But I think what it did was, especially in that profile, his eyes, the actor's eyes didn't focus and unfocus. They didn't expand or, so there wasn't any light that was coming in from anywhere. He wasn't picking a target and moving his eyes. He was drifting. And that kind of static nature of his eyes, I thought really, really sold that. Like he was alone. Like this was it. Like he was fighting a battle against something he could not win. And again, at that point for me, Franklin seemed less manic and more sacrificial. Does that make sense? It's like at that point you knew he was going to die. You knew that he was not going to make it out of this scenario in one way or another, because it's almost like he was so alone in that shot and a couple of the other ones that the director kind of strung together. Even with Flora's presence, to great effect, Flora was captured separately. They weren't put in, like she wasn't comforting him, like a hand on the shoulder in all of the shots. Some of them, yes. But, towards the end there, it was Franklin in frame, Flora in frame, the slot machine in frame, Franklin in frame. And in doing that and bouncing that around in that way, what it did was it separated both of them. Flora was by herself. She was screaming into the night. He was not listening. She couldn't reach him. And he was absolutely at death's door. He was hopeless. He had no way to get out of it. This was a perfect example of Rod's writing, of being able to spin all of this together with two actors' performances in that final scene, and the direction of the episode all just baked a perfect cake for me. I thought this one was an exceptionally well done episode. They're all so good. This one, though, again, simple premise. This was probably one of the weaker premises that we've had in the Twilight Zone. Somebody gets addicted to a satanic one-armed bandit. It ends up killing them. We didn't really have any variation from that. It was that journey to get to that end point that was so fantastic. Friends, if you could do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel, and it allows me to alert you next time it's time to journey into the Twilight Zone. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. And if you're not a fan of Patreon, consider YouTube memberships. You'll get all of our episodes at least a day early. But all that was then and this is now, my friends, and now, unfortunately, it's time for us to say goodbye from the Twilight Zone. Now, normally with our other series that we watch, we go back into the episode, maybe say goodbye from our favorite scene inside that episode. It's a reward for being the Greek chorus and a vitally important part of the narrative. But with the Twilight Zone, we do things a little bit different. We say goodbye as a result of the episode we just watched. So, friends, with that in mind, I have some good news. We've won an all-inclusive vacation to Las Vegas. They'll take care of the drinks, the food, the accommodations. All we have to bring, maybe just a few dollars if we want to gamble a little bit, you know, just some throwaway money. And as we make it to the casino and we're being introduced to our new home for the next couple days, we are taken upon the casino floor. And there, both of our eyes spot a standalone slot machine with a $10,000 jackpot. Oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever seen one like that. And what's that on the floor, glinting seductively? Someone's dropped a silver dollar and no one's picking it up. Maybe we should pick it up. What harm in there is playing one time? Until such time as we get to play with Rod Serling again, my friends, Vulcan roll, and I'll see you.